Welcome to PNN, Plaza Homes YouTube channel. My name is Haruka Haze from Plaza Homes. Japanese real estate is attracting attention from abroad due to its high quality and stable prices. Today we will explain in details about property investment in Japan's capital Tokyo, as well as investment and management of residential properties. We will also talk about interesting Japanese living information, so stay tuned. We regularly provide valuable information about real estate in Japan. Please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to hit the little bell button to get notifications of our upcoming videos. Now, let's take a look at investing in Japanese residential property. Today we have our colleague, Mr. Masanobu Kajikawa from Buy and Sell Division.
Hello, I'm Masanobu Kajikawa. Recently, we have received many inquiries about property investment in Japan from both domestic and foreign investors, and this is attracting a lot of attention from foreigners as well. In particular, Tokyo real estate is becoming increasingly popular due to its stable property value and domestic demand, as well as its potential for continuous income. Today, I'll explain how to succeed in real estate investment in Tokyo.
This presentation is particularly designed for property buyers, and has explained how to choose the property, how to calculate the return. So, I hope these will help people interested in real estate investment in Tokyo. This is today's agenda. I would like to divide my presentation into 5 parts. First, why investment in Tokyo? Second, basic knowledge of investment. Third, choosing the best property. Fourth, case study. Fifth, related taxes. Let's move on to the main subject. Why investment in Tokyo? There are many attractions of Tokyo. I would like to explain some of the attractions here. 1. Giant economic zone. Tokyo is one of the world's largest metropolitan areas with a population of about 14 million, and the GDP is about $1 trillion. 2. Culture. A wide variety of cultures coexist in Tokyo, including traditional performing arts such as kabuki and rakugo, and entertainments by Japanese origin such as animation and video games. 3. Safety. The number of crimes like theft, burglary, and homebreaking are extremely low, compared with other countries. Even in the dark, small elementary school children can still go to private schools by themselves. 4. Food. The quality and variety of restaurants are the highest level in the world. It has a world-class dining culture. 5. Convenience. Trains are always on time, taxicabs are clean, and we have a well-developed public transportation. Convenience stores are within walking distance. Next, let's look at this part. What is so attractive of real estate investment in Tokyo? There are 3 things. Easy to resale. There are many investors watching the real estate market in Tokyo, not only Japanese but also people from all over the world. If you buy a good property, you will be able to sell it within 3 or 4 months. Low vacancy rates. There are many businesspersons, foreign expats, families and students living in Tokyo. Many people are finding a rental apartment every day. If the tenant moves out, you can rent out quickly. So, you can expect stable income. Low city risk. I have already talked about the safeness attraction in Tokyo. Criminal cases are very low compared with other countries. You don't need to worry about the homebreaking in Tokyo. You don't need to worry about gun incidents. Then let's check the international comparison about total investment ranking by city. In global terms, property transactions in Tokyo are very strong. According to JLL, a leading real estate services company, Tokyo is ranked number 2 in the world in terms of investment by city in 2021. Now, when you look at the price level in Tokyo, comparing with other cities in the world. This chart is in October 2021, by the Japan Real Estate Institute. If Tokyo is set at 100, Hong Kong is 212, Shanghai or Taipei is over 130, and London is 181. It shows that Tokyo is still reasonable. Let's move on to the second subject. Basic knowledge of investment. The buyer should better understand the basic knowledge of investment before buying the property. What is real estate returns? There are only 2 types of returns: income gain and capital gain. Income gain is income that is generated continuously. It's the rental income. You will be able to get the rental income if occupied by the tenant. Capital gain is the profit, if the sale is made at a higher price than the purchase price. If you buy a property at 100 million, and sell it at 101 million, the profit of 1 million Japanese yen is capital gain. It is important to get both profits, income gain and capital gain. Next I would like to focus on how to calculate the return. I will tell you this by 3 types today. There are GOI, NOI, and NCF. GOI is rate of gross operating income. The GOI can confirm the simplest reference number, not consider about expenditure. The calculation formula is annual income divided by purchase price. GOI is the rate of return often shown on property flyers. NOI is rate of net operating income. The calculation formula is the difference between annual income and expenditure, divided by purchase price. This is calculated by subtracting expenses that occur regularly, such as management fees, repair fund, and maintenance fees, and internet usage fees. NOI can confirm more accurate figures than GOI. NCF is rate of net cash flow income. The calculation formula is the difference between annual income and expenditure, minus capex divided by purchase price. Capex equals repairs and capital expenditures, like change of carpet, wallpaper, or installation of hardwood flooring, or replacement of kitchen. If you are an individual investor, you can make a judgment based on GOI or NOI. But if thinking to buy a large building, NCF-based data may be necessary. Then, let's check the rate of return from each country. According to the Numbeo Property Prices Index by City 2022, we can check the GOI rankings for each city in the world. The top 3 cities are all in Asia. The returns are less than 2%. It is too expensive. A real estate bubble. If we consider the expenditures for repairs and others, the net income will be very small. Singapore is at 27th place, 2.56%. In 41st place is Tokyo, Japan, with 2.75%. From this list, we can expect that Tokyo is not yet in a bubble situation. Next, I'm going to talk about the 4 different types of investment properties. Single-room apartment, hotel-like high-rise apartment, high-end apartment, whole building. Single-room apartment. The price will be about 15 million to 50 million Japanese yen. It can be expected to have high return about 3.0% to 4.5% more, and low rental risk. Hotel-like high-rise apartment. The price will be about 100 million to 500 million Japanese yen. The return will be about 2.3 to 3.3%. And the rental risk will be very low. High-end apartment. There are limited units like penthouses, where the price will be about 500 million Japanese yen or more. High-rise floors have super views, such as large green parks, Tokyo Tower and Akasaka State Guesthouse. The price will be 30% to 40% higher than the market price. Rental risk is normal or high here. Return is about 2.3% and the vacancy period may be a little longer. It may take some time to sell. Fourth, one building 6 rooms or more. The price will be about 500 million Japanese yen or more. The GOI will be about 3.3%. The rental risk will be lower because the risk is diversified by some units. Now, I will summarize in this section, including my opinion. High-end apartment, hotel-like, high-rise apartment, are 2% to 3% range. Single-room apartment in the city center are over 3.5% to 4% range. So, market return in central Tokyo will be about 2% to 4%. In the Saitama, Chiba, and Kanagawa areas, away from central Tokyo, there are properties with high return of 7% and 10%. These are good properties with low rental risk, but compared to properties in central Tokyo, there is a possibility that the price will be lower at the time of resale in the future. There are resale risks. That's all I have to say about basic knowledge of investment. Next section will be, what are important points of choosing the best property? In the beginning, we need to understand what is ideal investment. The answer is to buy at a market price, earn a stable rental income, then sell at a high price. Okay, let's check 5 points for choosing the best property. 1. Location. 2. Building age. 3. Negative factors. 4. Potential risks. 5. Type of lease contract. Check the location, building age at first, then check the negative factor. If I would find a negative factor of the apartment, I will remove it from my selection. After checking 1, 2 and 3 would be okay. I will check the potential risks and type of lease contract. Let's confirm about more detailed of 5 points. First, location. Where is good location in the central Tokyo? Where is prime area? Mainly there are the south side of Yamanote line. We often say 3A area. Akasaka, Aoyama, Azabu, and Hiro and Roppongi's initials is not A, but these are also prime areas. Within 3A area, each area has its own image and urban development characteristics. The two main districts are the Akasaka, Roppongi district, and the Azabu, Hiro, Aoyama district. Akasaka and Roppongi are symbolized by mixed-use office, commercial and residential development communities such as Roppongi Hills, and Tokyo Midtown. On the other hand, the Azabu Hiro and Aoyama areas have the image of a calm residential area with large green spaces, such as Arisagawa Park and Jingu Gaien Park. Second, building age. It's never better to be newer. But I need to talk about more important thing. It is the building standard law. The earthquake-proof standards became more strict in 1981. The buildings completed after 1983 will be new standard earthquake-proof. The buildings completed before 1983 will be old standard earthquake-proof. We use 1983 as the basis for determining whether a building is new or old earthquake-proof. Please check the building confirmation paper if the property is completed between 1981 to 1983. There are both new and old standards. If the property is old standard, it will be difficult to take a loan. There will be a need to pay more expensive fire insurance. No tax benefits, so it is advised to choose newer and new standard buildings. Third, let's check negative factor. Noisy, busy road. If the apartment located close to noisy street, it will be difficult to find the tenant. Bad view. No view, graveyard. Poor lighting. Nobody likes dark rooms. Accidental history. There are rooms that had murders or suicides. Neighbors information. There may be annoying people living next door. Unpleasant facilities nearby. Please ask the agent about unpleasant facilities, and please walk around yourself also. If any of these apply, I do not recommend buying that property. After checking the location, completion year, and negative factors, let's check two potential risks. Vacancy rate and running cost. Vacancy rate. Apartment in the central Tokyo is low return. So, it needs to obtain a stable income. A low return and high vacancy rate are nonsense. An average of 15% or less over 2 years would be ideal. This is a situation where a tenant is found immediately after moving out. To minimize the risk of vacancies, please check with a local expert with leasing experience about the vacancy rate of the unit and the building. Next, what running costs should be projected? You can see in advance how much the management fee, repair fund, property tax, and city planning tax will be. But you can't see in advance how much the repair fee and replacement cost will be. So, these costs should be projected. When the tenant moves out, the cleaning fee is paid by the tenant. However, interior wallpaper, carpets, and curtains need to be replaced periodically, and air conditioners and other equipment need to be replaced or repaired. So, these total costs should be projected with the amount to about 10% to 20% of rental income. If the subjected property would be new, the running costs are expected to be low. You can calculate it around 10% to 13% for the first few years. Then, let's look now at two types of lease contracts. There are fixed-term tenancy contract and regular lease contract. Fixed-term tenancy. The owner can terminate the contract when the term expires. Regular lease contract. The owner cannot evict the tenant. Regular tenancy is an older style contract, and many lease agreements are still regular in many cases in Japan. When purchasing a property which is currently occupied by a tenant, it is important to confirm whether it is a regular lease contract or a fixed-term tenancy beforehand. And let's check one more type of lease contract. It is subleasing. This is the case where the owner contract with a management company that handles everything from tenant management, tenant leasing to rental fee collection. You can check the owner part on the lease agreement. If it is the name of the management company, not the owner, the contract will be sublease contract. Or you can ask the agent. Several % of the rent is charged by the management company. In addition, there have been many problems such as the inability to cancel the management contract. If sublease agreement have been made for the apartment, which you would have considered to buy, I recommend to check whether you can terminate the sublease agreement or not. That's all I have to say about what's important point of choosing the best property. Now, let's look at a case study. Here is an example of my favorite property. The price was 95 million Japanese yen. It is located on Roppongi 1 Cho-mei. Prime area close to Hotel Okura, American Embassy, and easy access to Akasaka, Toranomon. Completed in 2012. 1 bedroom, plus living dining. Floor area, 50 square meters. Monthly rental income is 290,000 Japanese yen. What's the return of this apartment? GOI is 3.11%. NOI is 2.52%. NCF is 2.26%. So, the return of this property will be market range in the central Tokyo. It is important to keep good occupancy rate. I work with the leasing team to do business, so it is possible to find tenants quickly. Moreover, the price 95 million Japanese yen was 5 years ago. If you buy the unit today, the price will be about 130 million Japanese yen. If the owner sells the unit today, the owner's capital gain will be 35 million Japanese yen. He can get income gain and capital gain. This is the ideal investment. Let's turn now to related tax. I will talk about 3 different taxes here: income tax, withholding tax, and capital gain tax. I will explain about income tax return also. Income tax. If you rent out your apartment, your rental income will be subject to income tax, as real estate income. Please check the area below circled. Income tax is imposed using a progressive tax system. Rental real estate income would be up to 1.95 million Japanese yen, tax rate will be 5%. Rental real estate income would be up to 40 million Japanese yen, tax rate will be 40%. Due to the complicated content, I have simplified it. I hope this will give you an idea. Income tax amount equals rental real estate income, times income tax rate. Rental real estate income equals gross rental income minus necessary expenses. Gross rental income is the amount of income from real estate. These are the amount of rent, key money, renewal fee, for the period from January 1st to December 31st of the year. Necessary expenses are certain business expenses incurred in connection with real estate rental business. For example, management fee, repair fee, and others. As a specific example of the calculation method, we will now calculate based on the following information. If the gross rental income is 10 million yen and expenses is 2 million yen, the rental real estate income will be 8 million yen. Then you can check the tax rate. In case of 8 million yen, the tax rate will be 23%. The income tax will be 8 million, times 23% equals 1.84 million yen. This is simple method. I hope you get the image. Next, withholding tax. When a non-resident person rents out rental property located in Japan, income tax may be withholding on the rent. If the tenant would be an individual person in his residential use, there are no withholding tax. But if the tenant would be a company, it needs to pay withholding tax. The tenant must withhold income tax at the rate of 20.42% of the rent, when the tenant will pay the rent to the non-resident owner. This means that the non-resident owner will receive only 79.58% of the rent as income. For example, if the tenant is a corporation, the tenant's corporate accountant will pay 20.42% of the monthly rent to the tax office. If the annual rental income is 5 million yen, 5 million yen times 20.42% equals 1,021,000 yen. 1,021,000 yen will be the annual withholding tax. Next, capital gains tax. You need to pay tax if you earn profit when you sell your apartment. The calculation will be amount of taxable capital gains, times tax rate. Amount of taxable capital gains will be income earned from the transfer of property, minus transfer expenses and purchase costs. Solicitor fee, stamp duty, or broker's commission will be deducted. How much tax rate of capital gains? In Japan, we have 2 types of capital gains tax rates, which are depending on how long you own a property. If you own less than 5 years, it will be about 40%. If you own more than 5 years, it will be about 20%. So, capital gain tax will be much cheaper, if you own the apartment more than 5 years. Then, I will explain income tax return. When you rent out your real estate, and you earn real estate income tax will be imposed on the income. And if your income was applicable to withholding tax, you are required to file a yearly income tax return also. By filing an income tax return, and report it to the local tax office, some percentage of rental income will be refunded to the owner. Let's check an example of tax return. In case of rental income will be 2 million and the expense would be 0.4 million. The rental real estate income will be 1.6 million Japanese yen. In case of this, income tax will be 80,000. Withholding tax will be 408,400 Japanese yen. This is tenant already paid. Then the difference 328,400 Japanese yen will be refundable. So, please don't forget to arrange income tax return every year. And tax calculations are very complex. Today's material is for reference only. We recommend that you check with your tax advisor for more information. Okay, this is the end of the main body of my presentation. I hope this could help your understanding of real estate investment in Tokyo. From now, I would like to introduce Plaza Homes. At Plaza Homes, we are specialized in all aspects of buying, selling, and renting a property for both Japanese and foreign clients. Over 50 years, we have built up a strong reputation as one of the most trusted property experts in Tokyo, as well as providing comprehensive property management services and expatriate support business throughout the country. We have also property management service. After becoming an owner, next step will be finding tenants and receive rental income. Owners should communicate closely with the property management company. Our property management team provides services, such as rental customer placement, tenant management, and payment of management fees, and other expenses on behalf of our clients. We then issue monthly reports. We are all bilingual agents and have deep knowledge of how the local market works. We're honest, transparent, and are enthusiastic about maximizing our customer satisfaction. Online viewings, valuation, negotiation on conditions, cost simulations, legal supports and more, are available to offer. In order to achieve smoother transactions for overseas clients, we work with an escrow company to be able to receive funds from overseas accounts, into a secured trust bank account in Japan. We also work closely with many bilingual experts, such as judicial scriveners, lawyers, and tax accountant, and so on. Let me introduce our website. Thousands of properties are listed, and many interesting articles relating to real estate are on our website, and we receive many inquiries from customers around the world. On your property search, you can start by clicking your favorite area, type of property, budget, and so on. For property information of condominium, it is linked rental market in the same building. In addition to single-family homes, condominiums, and other residential properties, we also offer a wide variety of income and investment properties, including investment and income properties with tenants, and large-scale investment projects, such as entire buildings. Here you can see guidance for buying or selling, costs and taxes. Loan information may be checked as well.
That's all for investing in Japanese residential property. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.
We provide information not only on real estate, but also on living in Japan. Today we have our colleague, Mr. Elder Byramov.
Hello everyone, my name is Elder Byramov. Today I would like to talk about onsen etiquette. Nothing beats the soothing effects and cultural experience of visiting a Japanese hot spring. Indoor bath, enormous outdoor open-air pools known as rotemburo, and even public foot baths are all forms of onsen. Now let me explain the onsen etiquette in 6 easy steps. Step 1. Enter via the appropriate, gender-specific entrance. Remove your shoes and place them in a locker inside the front entrance while visiting an onsen. There will be a front desk where you may pay the entry charge according to the services you wish to utilize. After your bath, you can obtain a cotton kimono called a yukata, which comes in a variety of colors and styles at larger facilities. It's worth noting that there are generally 2 types of entrances, one that is color-coded and one that uses only Japanese characters as a guide. While some onsen include places where men and women can rest together while robed, please keep in mind that modern Japanese baths are completely gender segregated. Now let's proceed to step 2 of our onsen etiquette guide. Use towels correctly. 1 medium bath towel to keep in your locker for drying off afterward, and 1 smaller towel to use within the basin area are generally given. People frequently wash with them before entering, thus keeping them out of the bath water is simply considered polite. People commonly wear them on their heads while in the water and in their laps when sitting. Step 3. No swimsuits. Onsen can be experienced without the use of swimsuits or other clothing. Please change and proceed to the pre-onsen shower area in the locker room. Put your personal stuff in a locker. On a plastic basket, a small key is commonly spotted. You retain your key on your wrist while you wash and bathe. Step 4. Before bathing, wash. Before entering and relaxing in the tubs, properly wash your body. Because the baths are utilized by everyone, this is an important aspect of onsen etiquette. There will be shower heads with tiny buckets of water, small stools to sit on while cleaning, and luxuries such as shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Step 5. Bathe more, talk less. If you feel too hot in an onsen, you may take pauses by sitting up on the edge. Allow the natural minerals and relaxing hot water to perform their magic. As a matter of fact, there is no explicit tenet of onsen etiquette that bans chatting, but these are tranquil spaces designed for distressing and calming down. Step 6. Take only what you came in with. You may take an extra shower after bathing. Other service goods such as hair dryers, skin creams, combs, and toothbrushes are frequently found back in the changing rooms. If your onsen supplied yukatas, there may also be a rest lounge with refreshments, TVs, and even massage chairs. You would be able to walk around these particular public places while wearing your yukata. When you have had your fill of the facilities, return to your changing room and put your clothes back on. There are baskets where you may leave your yukata and towels. If you plan to visit a Japanese hot spring, be sure to check our article on the onsen etiquette. You can find a link in the description box below or access the article by scanning this QR code. Thank you.
We offer a wide variety of properties for rent and sale, and provide property information in English. If you are interested in renting, leasing, buying, or selling real estate in Japan or in Tokyo, please check our website. We also run a website called Japan Living Guide, which provides living information. Thank you so much for watching. If you found today's video useful, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. Please hit the little bell button as well to get notifications of our upcoming videos. If you have any questions or thoughts, we would love to hear them in the comments too. See you next time!